Casting House for the moment. Thank you very much indeed for updating us on that issue.
The BBC is also under the spotlight today over salaries.
Well, they've released the annual report, including the pay of top talent. Our national reporter, Theo Chikomba, is here with the facts and, well, some pretty eye-watering figures as well, one has to say.
They are indeed. Gary Lineker at the top of the list. He has been for some time. We know he's a former professional footballer, but now presents on Match of the Day and some of those big football matches like FA Cup finals and so on. But there are plenty of names in there. Some new names, interestingly, though, who have come on there. Rick Edwards, he's now presenter on 5 Live Breakfast programme. But there have also been some increases for some stars, for including Victoria Derbyshire, who's increased by £50,000 to £295,000. Justin Webb from Radio 4, £25,000 to £280,000. And Rachel Burden has risen her salary to £195,000. So some eye-watering figures there.
And there are some BBC stars that we instantly think of, like Tess Daly, for example, Michael McIntyre. They're not on the list. Just explain to us why they're not on it.
Yeah, so those are just a few names. We can have some other stars from places like EastEnders, Casualty and so on, but that's part of the commercial side of BBC. They look after that and they work with other production companies, so they may earn those kind of figures, but we don't get to see
them. They're not direct BBC salaries as such.
Exactly, so you don't see them in this annual report.
OK, and of course we've got this big debate going on about public service pay and what people are being paid in terms of increases. Have we got any indication roughly what the figures are like compared to last year? I mean, have they had 10% increases, for instance?
Well, when it comes to pay, it's not everybody who's received pay rises, and it all depends.
It's not across the board as such?
No, it's not across the board, so it depends on the programming they do. So some presenters will be on 4 or 5 days a week, and others maybe just 1, and they may have lots of other different projects.
And chop and change programmes.
Exactly. So there's been a lot of changes, and some of those presenters, for example, Steve Wright, who we see on there, he left his show in September. So although he's reflected on there, he's no longer there in the same way that he was on Radio 2 during the weekday.
Just getting a few bob for Sunday show. Yeah.
Exactly.
Theo, thank you very much.